that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Detroit Lions. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
That's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long day. Hey, check back the left. Check back the left. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want Hey, check back the left.
Block now to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here's Locke to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Block going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Hey, check back the left, check back the left. Here we go. Hey, check back the left, check back the left. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing now is Locke. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one, 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields out to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Cheetah with a pick. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Check back the line, check back the line. You don't want none. You don't pick up the ball. Hey, check back the line, check back the line. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, check back.
Now Locke. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check back the line, check back the line. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, check back the line, check back the line. Check back. Hey, check back the line, check back the line. Yeah. Hey, check back the line, check back the line.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke looking deep for Julio. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On now is the Titans punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Fields. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. To the air again, Fields. That's going to be caught by Alley Cox. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down and 4, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. In his end zone, here's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Here's Locke. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Second and 11 now. A shotgun give to Fournette. About 3 yards there to the 27.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Fields. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for the Titans. Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. and whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw it is Locke. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And going deep for Hill. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Fields. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. Fournette running out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Sebastian Joseph Day coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Now Chubb running right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Let's go, big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, check back.
Block now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
That's just me and you. Hey, check back 11.
Here's Locke to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Fields throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fields throwing again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Short little throw to Ebron.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Block now on 1st down. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Check back 11, check back 11. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Hey, check back 11, check back 11.
They look to throw. It's Locke. He finds his target, Ebron. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, check back 11, check back 11.
Throwing now is locked. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Eric Ebron. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw is Fields. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Mo Alley Cox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They begin this drive with Chubb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Bulldozes past him. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw at his lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On now is the Titans punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Second down, back to Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now it's Fields. Dumps it off to Fournette. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A shotgun snap, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He sets to fire deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Locke. Finding Sutton, and he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, go down. Check 24, check 24. Motion, pump. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Hey, heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check back 11, check back 11. Yeah, you don't want none. Hey, check back.
Now Locke. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check back 11, check back 11. I got one. He's coming. We got double up.
Locke. Pass complete to Chubb. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Watch the pass. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Let's go. Hey, check back 11, check back 11.
Locke to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
2nd and 10.
Check back 11, check back 11. We go. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. I got you, son. Hey, check back 11, check back 11.
Back to throw. Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Play action. It's Fields. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Fournette on the counter. Sheds. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Fields now to throw. Forced out to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Now Fields. Being chased out left. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Titans are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Check back 11, check back 11. Hey, here we go. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. We ain't giving up nothing today.
And what can Locke do with his drive? Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Locke to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On first down, Locke. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Again, it's Locke. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Steps away. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running